So, okay, Hemohim, the most interesting one for me. Um, I suffer from a chronic urticaria, or they call it like skin allergy or hives, for more than 1 decade. So, I think it just started to 2007, 8, 9, with very minimal seasonal allergies, they called it, like, so I usually go take only different kind of antihistamine, from claritin to reactin to the Benadryl. I usually go switch it, like, every couple of times, every couple of months, if one of the allergies medication doesn't work for me. And 2006, when it becomes um, frequently that's happening to me. And 2010, when I started my medication, and that medication is usually for PRN, or they call that, like, when I need it most. That is also the time where my doctor prescribed me with EpiPen. So in case it's gonna be severe. 2016, um, 2015 actually, when I started to go back in the gym, that it becomes worse, like my allergy, like hindi lang siya hives, but it's more on, I developed at the same time the contact dermatitis and eczema on the top, and then the hives as a seasonal one. So I am allergic to my own sweat, and that is the worst one for me, because, like, every time I go to the gym, I have to go take a shower, a cold shower actually, to cool my body off. And by the time after the gym, I need to go take a shower right away. I cannot go stand with my clothes on the sweat, with sweat on, and even I go to sleep, I used to go sleep very comfortable clothes. So the hair that I have, it's usually go all tied up, because everything that touches into my skin, it's usually go have a severe, um, it usually go red right away. So that's how bad it is. And 2017, September, when I have severe angioedema attack. And angioedema means, like, it's severe hives that covers all my body. So that is like that is the pictures that I have. And it's really, really itchy, and it's swollen. And hindi lang siya sa legs, hindi lang siya sa body, hindi lang siya sa butt, hindi lang siya sa sole of the feet, even the hands, the palm of the hands, and even go to the hair, the scalp of my hair. That's how itchy it is. And a day before that incident there, like the one the pictures right now, I went to my doctor. I off from work early because of the angioedema, and my doctor gave me a hydrocortisone shot. So she said, like, the hydrocortisone shot will gonna go help me induce the inflammation. So I went home. I slept, like, the itchiness went out, like, I slept a little bit better. But I woke up the next day, I thought, like, I am okay. I don't feel anymore the feeling of the warmness from the swollen part. And the swelling is actually like a little bit better from the from the anti hydrocortisone shot. But when I woke up and like face myself in the mirror, I have a swollen lips. So as everybody knows, like, to have a swollen lips, it calls an emergency, because anytime you can have anaphylactic shock. So I went to the ER, and that's where they all test me with all kind of cancer, the cancer and autoimmune, the C1 and the C4 test in the ER. And luckily, like, and I'm blessed that found it's all negative. From there, they gave me like EpiPen to control the swollen, at the same time they gave me a prednisone. Prednisone is anti-inflammatory, which is like a steroid. And so they asked me to go take it for 7 days. I remember it's 7 days to control the inflammation effect. So I went home at the same time, and from there, it's usually my yearly problem. And sometimes, like, it usually come from before, it usually come every season when the change of the temperature occur, or even summertime, and then it goes from warm to the rainy, or from warm and then suddenly it's cold. And Alberta, usually we change temperature every 5 minutes. So from there, I usually predict the weather, because before the weather changes, I usually have it into my skin. And I don't know if you can see the one where I'm wearing the pink one. It's usually uh my face every time I go to work. That's how worse it is. Like, I have patches of red everywhere. And the one that's usually bother me is like the itchiness. If you are wearing PPE, I work in the dental clinic, so I usually wear PPE since this pandemic start. And even wearing a gown and the mask and gloves itself, it's hard for me to go assist patient who every time I have the attack. So April, when I met Jonathan, and the first thing I'm interested about is I'm sick and tired of taking medication, because since 2016, my doctor recommended me to go take antihistamine or cetirizine every day. And because it's a chronic allergy, I need to take it for a lifetime. And I am the one who usually doesn't have any medical issues, aside from my depression, of course. So, but I don't take anything for my depression then. Like, I usually go fight my depression. So, and I don't like to go take pills with me all the time. So when Jonathan recommended me to use the Hemohim to try, I said yes right away, because, like, I check all the component of Hemohim, and I like it more better because it's not a pill form. So when I tried to when the product came into me in April, and I stopped on that night, I stopped right away taking antihistamine, because I want to make sure that Hemohim is working on me. I cannot go use two products at the same time, because or else I'm not gonna know kung mag-work sa akin o hindi. So when I first tried it, the first week of trying the Hemohim, I didn't have any hives at all. And for that 1 week, I usually have one episode where for me, it's usually severe already, and that I take one antihistamine. So that's a good thing already for me. And then the second 2 weeks, like, I think 2 weeks or the 3 weeks after, I took the second dose of antihistamine, where I continually using Hemohim. And since then, since April until now, I never take my antihistamine anymore. So I just take the Hemohim continuously, and it helps me a lot. Like, like, just like right now, like, the weather already come from changing, and I don't see any hives into my body, not even to my face anymore. So Hemohim really helped me a lot of things, like, my confidence are back, and I can smile better. Like, my mood is more good, because, like, I don't feel any issues like with my health anymore, and especially with my skin condition. I'm taking it like since April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's already 6 months. Um, it's already 6 months, and I am continuously using it. It's because, not because of the skin condition that I have, it's because of all the other benefits of Hemohim, including the immunity booster, and it has a natural killer cells. And as everybody knows, like working in dental clinic in this time of days, I am prone to aerosols. I am prone to having the viruses. So I am always soaked every day and every night, every time I go to work. And yeah, so I went off early, and I'm so happy to introduce it to you, everybody. Like, thank you.
Wow, Mia, thank you very much for sharing, and thank you really for granting my request, even though it's late notice. And I just sent her the link just now when she asked me because I really forgot. Yes, but really, Mia, thank you very much, and I'm so happy that Hemohim really worked for you.
Yes.
And I just have a question. When you have these allergies, do you feel so itchy?
Oh
Or you,
yes. Oh
yes,
yes. Yeah, from the scalp down to the sole of the feet.
really, and
That's the
you
worst.
also have this redness on the scalp as well.
Oh yes. Yes. Even the
Eh,
ears that I have, the earlobes, it's swollen.
oh,
It is really swollen. That's how bad it is.
and you
I just
have this for how many years?
I have that for more than 1 decade. So I just started, I think, 2009.
Okay, 2009.
Yes.
And only until when you met him, with him, it
Yes.
stopped.
Yes. This
Okay,
year. So I am
so,
taking antihistamine,
mm-hmm,
2009 until 2015 seasonally. Like, every time I only have it. But 2016, when I went back to my doctor, actually it's a new doctor because like of the severe allergies that I have after I joined in the gym, it like it never stopped.
mm-hmm,
It never stopped. So like so my doctor, this guy doctor told me like since it's you already suffering it since 2009, it's already considered chronic allergy. And on the top of it, like they diagnose it like I'm allergic to not only with the season, not only from changing cold to warm to cold or cold to warm, because okay, hives doesn't have a cause. So it's basically it's always just come and go every time. So it's gonna be, sometimes they said it's from the stress, from the weather itself, from everything. It's usually people usually experience it, but for me, it because it become chronic, and then I have additional kind of skin rashes that it's already considered almost like a signs of cancer, basically sign of cancer and sign of autoimmune diseases, that I went to undergo the C3, which is like to diagnose the skin, diagnose the cancer, different kind of cancer into the blood. And then the C4 is for autoimmune disease, like lupus is the number one. And as we all know, lupus, like, they're one of the symptoms is also skin allergies. So, like, I am blessed that I don't have all those things, but I am allergic to my sweat. So, because, like, when I go to the gym, our body becomes so hot that all my glands become swollen. So, it creating a allergy reaction into my skin. So, that is the definition, or that is the explanation the doctor gave me to me. So yeah, that's how it is.
yeah, it sounds so severe.
It
And
is severe, and there's no cure to it.
yeah,
So
I was just searching actually about, I mean, what is chronic disease in general. So, for everyone, so chronic disease is the underlying process of chronic allergies or chronic immune dysfunction, but the causes are the same as with any other disease: toxins, unhealthy food, microbes, and chronic stress, like what your doctor told you,
Yeah.
that you had some stress, right? And as with any other disease, treating the symptoms with drug therapy alone will not provide a cure. The real
Yeah.
solution is restoring normal immune
Immune
function.
function. Yes.
And yes, we are just so lucky enough that Hemohim is really to boost our immune system. That is why it helped you
Yeah.
cure or lessen your allergies, right?
Yes.
And just to confirm, you're not having this allergy anymore from time to time.
I
Just
have
lately,
like right now, like I have I don't have the hives anymore.
you don't have
So
the hives
luckily,
anymore.
I don't have the hives anymore. But my contact dermatitis from latex and to my sweat, it is still there, but it's just so minimal. Every time only I go to the gym or I go work out. So
Okay.
it's still there. And every time I wear clothes that's so tight or too with latex, so
Okay.
yeah, everything with the garter into my hips or anything that has underwear that has like latex on it. And then I go to the gym, for example, like, especially all those sports bra and all those things. I am very particular with it. I usually have it right away, but it's not as severe. Like, I can minimize it, like, by having a shower more frequently or always keep the contact dry and clean. So yeah, it helps with that one, but I don't think it's gonna be able to go like totally cure it. It's gonna be there. And the thing with this one is if by 1 year that I don't went to the gym or I'm not working out, I don't have it. So it's always like a two to tango thing. So either I'm not gonna go do it or I'm doing it and then just like do the precaution. But the good thing is like with this I don't take I still didn't take antihistamine with that one. So I'm able to go like what do you call this one do the home remedy like and it's just okay for me.
So do the home remedy plus Hemohim. So
I
I can
know,
imagine
yes.
how Hemohim changed your life, really.
And then right
Mm.
now, like I am using the lotion, the Atomy lotion. So it really helped because of there's like a dermasica on it. So it's really good with all those kind of skin condition at the same time. So it helps a little bit. It helps. I just started 2 days ago, and it helps already.